Let's get straight to the point. Number 6. You lie awake for hours, tossing and turning, brain on overdrive. Society sold you a lie, that you're broken, that you should just relax, like your brain has an off switch you forgot to flip. Cute thought, dead wrong. A 2013 study in thinking skills and creativity dropped a bombshell that'll make you rethink every sleepless night you've ever had. People who struggle to fall asleep actually score higher on divergent thinking, the exact type of thinking that sparks original ideas and sees connections nobody else can. You don't have insomnia, you're stuck in forced creativity mode. Over the next few minutes, I'm breaking down 6 so-called flaws of your sleeplessness that are actually hidden psychological superpowers. This is the countdown that's about to flip how you see your nights. Disclaimer, this video is for informational purposes only and isn't medical advice. If you're dealing with chronic insomnia, consult a healthcare professional. You know the scene? 2 a.m., you've tried every position known to mankind, and your brain is throwing a full-blown party without your permission. Everyone's got advice. It's anxiety. Try melatonin. Have you tried counting sheep? Yeah, thanks. Super helpful. But here's where it gets interesting. Neuroscience has pinpointed that this pre-sleep mental chaos happens when your default mode network, basically your brain's creative headquarters, is firing on all cylinders. It's the same system scientists have identified as the engine behind human creativity and innovation. Picture this. While you're wrestling with your sheets, your brain is running like an industrial-grade washing machine. Except instead of dirty laundry, it's churning through memories, half-baked ideas, and unsolved problems. It's making connections your focused, daytime brain would never dream of. The research backs it up. Sylvia's team found that nighttime sleep struggles actually predict stronger divergent thinking, V-Numbers 15, while daytime tiredness doesn't move the needle at all. Quick self-check. How many hit home? You solve tomorrow's problems while trying to sleep tonight? Random, brilliant ideas pop up right as you're drifting off. Your brain connects totally unrelated dots during insomnia. Your mind runs wild through what-if scenarios before sleep. Drop your count in the comments. Here's the counterintuitive truth. While normal sleepers are checked out on autopilot, your brain is grinding in innovation mode. Your bed isn't a prison, it's an idea factory. And get this. The same study found that highly creative kids have way more sleep disturbances than average kids. Creativity and insomnia have been riding together since childhood. You didn't develop a problem. You were born with a gift that just happens to show up at inconvenient hours. Now buckle up for number 5. It's 3:47 a.m. You were finally out, and then bam, eyes wide open, fully alert. Zero explanation. Most people think this is insomnia at its worst. Your body trolling you. Proof the universe hates you. Cute thought. Dead wrong. MIT and Harvard researchers dropped a game-changing study in 2023 that'll make you want to thank every random 3 a.m. wake-up you've ever had. They discovered that the semi-conscious state, right after waking from early sleep, called hypnagogia, is basically a creativity steroid for your brain. Here's the data. Participants who had guided dreams during sleep onset crushed it. 43% more creative than those who napped without guidance, and 78% more creative than people who stayed awake. Think of your brain like a massive library. During the day, you're only allowed in the well-lit section. But at 3 a.m. when you wake up, every light in the building flips on for a few minutes. Suddenly, you can see connections between books on completely different floors. Thomas Edison knew this hack. He'd hold a metal ball while napping. The moment he fell asleep, the ball would drop, clang on the floor, and wake him up with fresh solutions. Salvador Dali did the exact same thing with a key. These guys were deliberately exploiting what science has now confirmed. That twilight zone between awake and asleep is pure creative gold. MIT even built a device called Dormio, specifically designed to capture this state and steer dreams toward problem solving. When scientists at one of the world's top universities are engineering tools to hack the exact state you experience every night, that should tell you something. Quick self-check. How many hit home? You wake up with deep thoughts or unexpected clarity. Your best ideas hit you in the middle of the night. You feel like your brain figured something out during these wake-ups. You've typed notes into your phone at 3 a.m. more than once. Drop your count in the comments. You don't have a sleep disorder. You've got an internal creative consultant working the graveyard shift. But here's where it gets wild. Number 4 is going to show you why being a night owl is literally a marker of higher intelligence. Society has this weird obsession with early rising. The secret to success is waking up at 5 a.m. Early bird gets the worm. Every CEO hustle porn article preaches the gospel of sunrise productivity. You know what actual science says about that? It's mostly garbage. A 2024 study from Imperial College London, published in BMJ Public Health, analyzed over 26,000 people from the UK Biobank. The findings? Night owls scored 7.5% to 13.5% higher on cognitive tests measuring memory, reasoning, and processing speed compared to early risers. We're not talking marginally higher, significantly higher, statistically bulletproof. The evolutionary angle is fascinating. Being a night owl is a relatively recent development in human evolution. Our ancestors were mostly daytime creatures. They had to be. Developing a nocturnal brain required more sophisticated cognitive wiring. Translation: while morning people are running the factory default human operating system, night owls got the upgrade. Another landmark study by Kanazawa and Perina, 2009, tracking over 15,000 people, found a direct linear relationship between IQ and bedtime. The higher the IQ, the later the bedtime. People with IQs above 125 went to sleep nearly an hour later than those below 75. Quick self-check. How many hit home? You hit peak productivity after 9 p.m. You hate mornings even when you've slept enough. Your best thinking happens at night. You thrive when the world goes quiet. Drop your count in the comments. Barack Obama, Charles Darwin, Winston Churchill. Elon Musk, who's famous for tweeting about pulling all-nighters before major breakthroughs. All notorious night owls. You're not out of sync with the world. The world just hasn't caught up to your superior chronotype. Now get ready for number 3. You know this movie. Head hits the pillow and suddenly your brain turns into a chaotic late-night talk show. That awkward thing you said in 2015. What you should have clapped back with. Tomorrow's to-do list. The meaning of life. Why pizza is round but comes in square boxes. All at once. Full volume. Mainstream psychology slaps a label on this. Rumination. Treats it like a bug to be fixed. But here's the plot twist. Research on metacognition, literally the ability to think about your own thinking, reveals that this intense mental processing is actually linked to heightened self-awareness and cognitive monitoring. A metacognitive model of insomnia published in Behavior Research and Therapy explains that people with insomnia operate on 2 levels of cognitive arousal: primary thoughts about sleep and secondary thoughts about those thoughts. In plain English, while you think you're just worrying about nothing, your brain is actually doing something most people can't. It's monitoring, analyzing, and processing your own experiences in real time. That's next-level cognitive function. The analogy that clicks: most people are running basic smartphones. You're running a supercomputer with constant system diagnostics. Louder? Sure, but infinitely more powerful. Quick self-check. How many hit home? You replay and analyze conversations after they happen. You run through multiple scenarios and possibilities. You question your own motivations and reactions. You spot patterns in your own behavior others miss. Drop your count in the comments. Your brain isn't glitching. It's running preventive maintenance while everyone else is in standby mode. But here's the fun part. Number 2 is about to reveal why your nighttime loneliness is actually a quality filter for your life. People with insomnia often report feeling isolated, especially in those quiet, late-night hours when the rest of the world is checked out. Many also notice they have fewer friends than average. Society's solution? Get out more. You need to socialize. More friends equals more happiness. Cute thought. Dead wrong. A massive 2010 meta-analysis in PLOS Medicine crunched 148 studies covering over 308,000 people. The key finding flipped conventional wisdom. It's not the quantity of relationships that predicts health and longevity. It's the quality. The mortality benefit of strong social connections is comparable to quitting smoking. Here's the analogy that lands. Think of relationships like investments. Most people scatter their money across hundreds of penny stocks. Acquaintances, surface-level friendships, social media connections. You're going all in on a few blue-chip investments. Less diversification, way more actual value. Quick self-check. How many hit home? You'd rather have deep conversations than small talk. You have few friends, but those connections run deep. You recharge alone, not in crowds. Superficial socializing drains your battery. Drop your count in the comments. The counterintuitive truth: your nighttime loneliness isn't pathological isolation. It's a quality filter doing its job. While others burn energy maintaining dozens of shallow connections, you're investing in relationships that actually matter. Nikola Tesla was legendary for his solitude. He chose his own thoughts over company. He also invented the electrical system powering modern civilization. Now get ready for number 1, the most powerful superpower of them all. We've hit number 1, and this one ties everything together. You're lying in bed, sleep nowhere in sight, and your mind starts to drift. No destination, no agenda, just floating, thought to thought. Memory to imaginary scenario, past to possible future. Everyone writes this off as spacing out, wasted time, unproductive daydreaming. But here's the revelation that changes the game. A 2024 study published in the journal Brain one of Neuroscience's top publications, used intracranial electrodes in 13 patients to directly record brain activity during creative tasks. What they found: the default mode network, DMN, lights up intensely during both mind-wandering and divergent thinking. And here's the kicker. When researchers used electrical stimulation to disrupt this network, creativity scores tanked. That's direct causal evidence. The DMN isn't just correlated with creativity, it's required for it. When you let your mind wander, you're literally exercising your brain's creative muscle. The ultimate analogy: think of your brain as a city. During focused daytime hours, traffic flows on preset routes, efficient but limited. During nighttime mind wandering, every street opens up. Traffic flows freely. Neighborhoods that never communicated suddenly exchange information. It's chaotic, sure, but that chaos is where breakthrough connections happen. Quick self-check. How many hit home? Your mind drifts to imaginary scenarios at night. You connect dots between unrelated ideas while spacing out. Insights hit you out of nowhere after letting your mind roam. You process emotions and experiences through daydreaming. Drop your count in the comments. The bottom line: every minute you spend spacing out during sleepless nights, your brain is doing the most important creative heavy lifting possible. Your nighttime mind wandering isn't a flaw. It's your ultimate superpower in disguise. Let's run it back. Number 6, tossing and turning. Your brain's in innovation mode, generating divergent thinking that normal sleepers never access. Number 5, random 3 a.m. wake-ups. You're tapping into the creative incubation period that MIT proved works. Edison and Dali exploited this on purpose. Number 4, night owl life. Your chronotype is linked to cognitive scores up to 13, 5% higher in studies with tens of thousands of people. Number 3, racing thoughts. That's elite level metacognition, amplified self-awareness most people never develop. Number 2, nighttime solitude. It's a quality filter that prioritizes depth over popularity. Number 1, mind wandering at night. The ultimate superpower. Your default mode network firing, building creative connections no other mental state can produce. The formula is dead simple. Pain, to revelation, philosophy, scientific proof, jury-recognized superpower. You're not broken. You don't need fixing. You're a night thinker. Part of a club society doesn't understand yet, but science is starting to back up. Your insomnia isn't a curse, it's a gift wrapped in frustration. Next time you're wide awake at 3 a.m., thoughts racing, mind wandering everywhere, remember this video. Every single flaw is a superpower working in your favor. You survived another night. And your brain got sharper because of it. Your turn. Comment below. How many of these flaws turned into superpowers for you? What was the biggest mind shift? If this flipped how you see your insomnia, smash that like button. Know someone who needs to hear this? Share it. Subscribe and hit the bell for more facts that'll transform your nights. Join the Night Thinkers community in the comments. Share your insomnia stories and tips. Let's build this together. Catch you in the next one, Night Thinker.